Welcome to ETFinalscore.com, your source for all the highlight stats and stories and scores from around East Texas high school football. With your host, Eric Sullivan.
What's up, everybody? This is the ET Final Score football show counting tonight. We have 4 Fridays left in the regular season. Hard to believe. Week 8 tonight, of course. We're right in the heart of district play. No time for messing around. It's serious business from here on out. We want you to be a part of the show the best way. Twitter, of course, the handle at ET Final Score. I'll be reading tweets throughout the show. Also, get us your picks. Tweet some scores. We'll get them on air ASAP. All right, highlights and interviews from our showcase game between the TK Gorman Crusaders in Brookhill. Straight ahead, let's start with Robert E. Lee. Tonight hosting Garland. 4 teams in that district, 2-1 going into the night, including Robert E. Lee and Garland. Let's get to the highlights early on in this one. It is going to be Mr. Mr. Derman there with the big sack and the sign that he's ready for both season as well. Here is Mr. Craver. How good has Devontae been right up the middle? Unbelievable. Goes right in for the score. Lee has a 7-0 lead. That's all right. You get a few high fives when you make a play like that. Markeith Miller for Garland. Almost 200 yards in the first half by himself. We're tied at 7. Zach Hall now going to work. Hits his man, Tyreek. Look at Ty go. Almost bust this one, tippy toes, but just couldn't keep his balance. That's okay. Crowd yelling, saying, you can't do that. Senior night, Zach Hall trying to get his seniors ahead of him. A way to go out in style at Rose Stadium. 31-yard touchdown. Lee ties it at 21, but this night was wild, and it was a gashing rushing offense by Garland. That's why it's 62-54. That one just ended, so Lee falls to 2-2 in district play. By not any means, they are still alive and well for a playoff spot. Real quickly, JT Ennis comes down to a field goal with Ennis upsetting John Tyler. Travis Shosting will join us in just a few minutes live from Lions Stadium with the latest on what happened right there. Now to our ET Final Score Showcase game of the week. TK Gorman, hottest private school in East Texas, 5-0 mark to start the season. Brookhill hosting them tonight. They're rivals. Brookhill got beat pretty bad last week by Grace. In fact, they were embarrassed. Let's get to Harrington Stadium and see how this one played out and see how Brookhill will respond to that undefeated Crusader squad. Early on in this one, Grant Hanks up top to guess who? Seth Brazier. The kid had a ball game, 7-0. Brookhill looks to respond. Michael Goodwin to Martin Guzman. What a catch right there over the middle. Play of the night nominee. Goodwin trying to get him into the end zone. Josh Regal catches it, but fumble. Victor Lulo gets it, and that would kill TK Gorman's hopes for points. And meanwhile, Gabe Lucio would just put the dagger in right here. How about this? 14-0. Brookhill with the early lead. But the Gorman Crusaders, they're going to fight, folks. Kobe Gibson does not allow his team to quit. Judah Bell on the screen pass. Judah almost gets away from the guard players right there to score, but he does not. And look what happens. Good one the next play. Picked off by Mr. D1 athlete himself. That is Alex Hale pulling it in. And how about that catch right there from Mr. Seth Brazier? Oh, he's good. That's a play of the night nominee as well. This one, too. Look at Brazier just killing that TK Gorman secondary. 3rd touchdown of the night. Brookhill would try to hold on to that lead because here comes TK Gorman in the second half. Logan Botello breaks it out to the right side, gets some outstanding blocks. That touchdown would make it 28-13. That's as close as the Crusaders would get. Congratulations, Brookhill. Big-time win. This district is now wide open with TK Gorman's first loss. Right now, we got to go back out to Harrington Stadium. Our Jeff Schaefer was there all game long. Jeff tells us just how Brookhill pulled off this outstanding victory over TK Gorman.
Eric, the Guard built up a big lead in the first half and then held on for a big win, handing TK Gorman its first loss of the season, 36-20. I'm joined now by a man who had certainly played a big role in the win for the Guard, put up plenty of those points for Brookhill. Seth Brazier says 3 touchdown catches in that first half. Can you just talk about what was clicking for you? It seemed like really everything was going right for you in the first half.
I mean, it just, Grant was making great throws. We had a lot of time to, our offensive line was making great blocks. And, we just had time to run our offense, just making it happen.
How big is this win? Not only it's a district win, obviously all those are important, but you see it's a local team like Gorman. It's their first loss of the season. What does a win like this do for your team?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, they were 6-0 coming in, and they're a good football team, and it really helps with district, making it far. But I mean, it means a lot, but we just got to make sure we can take it as a grain of salt and move on for next week.
Talk to me a little bit about the connection that you have with Grant. I mean, he finds you 3 times in this game, and that's certainly, you've had plenty of connections over your careers here at Brookhill.
I mean, he knows. I mean, we work so hard in practice just on, individual stuff. I mean, I can just give him a wink or a call or something like that, and he knows what I'm thinking. And, I mean, you can tell just by on the sideline listening, because we're always on the same page. And if we mess up, I feel like we're both perfectionists. And it's like, we get it heated on the sideline because, we know we got what we got to do and we get it done. So.
All right, well, you got it done tonight, Seth. Thanks so much. Congrats on the win. Now the man on my left, Alex Hale, made a big play in that first half for the Brookhill defense. Alex, talk to me a little bit about Gorman's driving. They're looking to cut into that lead. What did you see on that play when you were able to make that interception near the goal line?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I just really see when he throws the ball, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to contest for it every time, So that's all I see every time I play cornerback.
Talk to me about what that did for your team. I mean, it's, again, Gorman's driving, trying to score. How much did you feel the momentum kind of shift back to your team after that play?
I mean, we had a lot of momentum regardless. Every turnover for them is a momentum boost. So it was just another play, another drive we had to stop, so.
Second half was kind of a different story. Gorman comes out, they get on the board, they cut into your lead. What's said on the bench when they start scoring and they're kind of within a couple scores of you?
We just had to tell each other, remain patient. Good things are going to happen. Later on, we can't get flustered and frustrated, want to fight and do all this other stuff. We just have to play our game, stay smart, stay composed, and we win.
Well, it worked, and you got the victory. Alex, thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So, Eric, Brookhill hands Gorman its first loss of the season. Huge win for the Guard over another local East Texas private school.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Alex Hill, Seth Brazier, D1 athletes right there. All right, let's stay in taps where Grace was at AllState tonight. Both teams 2-0 in district play so far. Kind of a toss-up game. Let's get to the highlights. Nobody predicted AllState to be 3-0 in district. Early on, though, this is my guy, Zach Tatman of the Cougars. 63 yards. Gets out of the shoestring tackle right there. 7-0. AllState response. Chet Wynn. This is his guy, Luke Lee, over the shoulder. It doesn't get any prettier than that. Long touchdown. We're tied at 7. Here comes my guy, Christopher Wilhelmy, getting the call at quarterback. And did this young man step up or what? Bounces out of trouble, goes up top. Johnny Spitzer, what a catch right there. Those two not done. Wilhelmy, of course, going to go play action, guns it over the middle, touchdown Spitzer. And it was all Grace tonight. Big win for them, 58-14. They're cruising right along in district play. Let's switch things back up and get to 5A now. The cream of the crop in District 15 5A, Longview Lobos. We know that in Texas High. They met in Texarkana tonight. Both teams 3-0 in league play. So something had to give. Your district champ likely coming from this game. Early on in this one, it's going to be Desmond Chumley. Hands the ball off to Tylen Miller. We've been calling his name a lot this football season. That is a big run. And that is going to lead to this big touchdown by Tylen right there. Easy does it there, young man. And they have the early lead, 7-0. A short time later, Longview takes it in for the touchdown again as Chumley tries to pass over the middle, but he is picked off. Great job by Dale Williamson of the Tigers. Later, though, Longview gets the ball back and goes right to that vicious ground game. Look at Miller. So patient right there, running to the right. And then Chumley's going to go. The big guy, Marquise Hunter. Short touchdown, all Lobos tonight. Congrats to Coach King. They're 4-0 in district play, 38-20. At the Tomato Bowl, we got some serious overtime to tell you about in this one. But no, we're actually going to go to Lyndale first. I'm sorry. Lufkin in town, and pretty much a must-win for the Eagles as Montana met her back to pass, but Alvarez stopped immediately by Tyreek Spencer. Then met her again, going to go to Zach Alvarez, but he is stripped by Jacob Martin right there, and look who gets up with it. That's going to be the Lufkin Panthers. All right, Trey Cumby. How good has this young man been this year as he's trying to get more points on the board for the Lufkin Panthers as the Mary Williams comes in here. But, hey, good run here by the Lyndale Eagles to just hang tough and get the score right there. Great job. And then here comes Cumbie, this time hooking up with the Mary Houston. He's got blockers and just doesn't quite get in there, but that's okay. They would get a score later on as Cumbie finds his buddy, Mr. Devin Smith. All Lufkin Panthers tonight. Kind of saw that one coming 63-28. All right, now to the Tomato Bowl we go. Desperate for the win are those Fighting Indians, and this one is just crazy right now. Carter McCowan picked off early by Kyle Krennick. He returns it for the score, pick six. Knack, that's what they do. They score in so many ways, 7-0. This time Knack's Hunter McClellan up top to Bryce Matthews. Great pass and catch right there, but no points. It's now 14-0. Boy, here comes Carter McCowan. Has to get it going. It seems like this kid just seems to play when the moment is big. What a run right there. Big scramble. Gets a great gain. And a couple of plays later, Datovian Thacker is going to spit it out, break it out. Touchdown, 14-7. And, folks, we are tied at 71. This is not an updated. This is the third. We're in the fourth overtime. 71-71. Jack, Gabe, take note. We will update you this at the end of the score, at the final score football show here. But 71-71. Hey, Jacksonville's done this before. Real quick, let's bring in Travis Shosting. He was, of course, at the John Tyler Ennis game tonight. It was all Ennis late in this one as we popped up the scoreboard. They win it 27-30 on a game-winning field goal. That's right. There it is. Ennis wins. Travis Shosting is with us now. Travis, kind of break down what happened towards the end of this one. It was a nail-biter all the way, correct?
Yeah, John Tyler tied it up at 27 with about 8 minutes left. They got the ball back with about 4 minutes left, had a fake punt to keep the drive alive. But on third down, Giovanni McAllister was taken down for an 18-yard loss, lost control of the ball. That gave Ennis the ball back at the JT-19. They get one first down, and then from the 3-yard line, they chip in a field goal with 6 seconds left to win it.
Well, I guess you got to give Ennis their due here, Travis. I picked JT because of the way they've been playing, and, Ennis had some moments against White House last week, but very good at home tonight. There's no doubt about it. They are first place in the district. Ennis is. Yeah,
they definitely deserved it tonight. They outgained JT 370-313, and really they came through in the clutch moments when they needed to.
All right, Travis, thank you very much. Don't count those John Tyler lines out just yet. Just one district loss. A couple of scores for you real quick. White House got it done. Wow, 38-35. Congrats to the coaching staff there to get it done. First district win, Pine Tree over Mount Pleasant, 31-29. First break right now. You're looking at that scoreboard live on etfinalscore.com. So much more to get into. We're running heavy already. We'll be back with more. All right, welcome back, everybody. Class 4A we go. Huge game over in deep East Texas. Top 10 team Gladewater taking on top 10 team Atlanta. Just one loss when you combine the two. Rabbits up 14-8 as Atlanta quarterback Chase Musgrove tries to keep the ball going here, but when he gets brought down right here, that's what Gladewater does. They force fumbles, baby. Bears get it and pick it up. They've got the ball and trying to do something with it now as they've recovered that fumble. They get it down to the 1-yard line. Atlanta's Cassius McKee, though, he strips the ball before he runs out there. He gets about 10 yards before being taken down. Wow, that was costly for Gladewater. Score is still 14-8. Rabbits holding on to that lead. They get it to midfield when Musgrove running back, and it's fourth down, trying to find an open receiver. He spots DeCorey Larry, throws it up. DeCorey jumps up and catches it. What a play right there. Uh-oh, Atlanta. But here's what's sad. They called that back. So wipe the points off the board. It is still 14-8. Still a heck of a play by that young man. Bears said, all right, we're changing all this. They get it down. Nick Kennedale heads off to Marcelo Jackson. Easy touchdown. Let's get to the board. Big game here. Gladewater shows their will. 36-14, your final score. Gilmer, next we go. Rare home game for the Buckeyes. Taking on Canton, only averaging 57 points per game. It didn't take long. McLean Carter to Chris Boyd. Gets a little rocky here on the sideline, but my man Ryan hangs on to the camera and gets the touchdown. Great job, Chris Boyd. And then Blake Lynch had himself a ball game. He catches this one and then puts it in. He may have 50 touchdowns this year. Offensive coordinators for Gilmer say, let's just go right back to number 9. Blake Lynch up the gut to the left side. I don't know if he broke a sweat tonight. The kid is that good. McLean Carter says, hey, I want to fill my stats up a little bit. He goes back to the air, rifles it. And there's Blake Litch again. Oh, my goodness. 70 points by Gilmer. They win 70-0. Chapel Hill trying to eyeing a 2-0 district start. Palestine in town tonight. Connor Hitchcock on the first drive. It's about as easy as you're going to get right here as he hands it off. Or excuse me, that's a big run there by the Palestine Wildcats. This is Connor Hitchcock handing off to Jabraylon Franklin. And see you later. I said at 10 o'clock he was so far apart from Palestine. He actually took a nap before he went to the end zone right there. 7-0 on the 80-yard touchdown. Back comes Marcus Robinson of Palestine. This kid's got game. Wow, number 6 all the way for the touchdown. 44 yards. PAT no good. It's 7-6. And Connor Hitchcock under duress right here. But Zach Walters, way to bail out your quarterback, young man. Gets it and gets the first down. 4th and inches now. We know Coach Sitton. He's going for it. And there's a pretty dependable guy right here. Reggie King, touchdown, 14-6. But in the end, it's going to be a huge, huge win for Chapel Hill over Palestine. Way over in Carthage tonight. Rematch of the state championship a year ago. Alert over in Kilgore Bulldog Country. Carthage just one win coming in. They win 21-7. Did not see that one coming. Over to Tatum Eagle Land we go. They were taking on Center tonight. Early on, Chaston Brooks is going to get picked off by Octavius Evans. Good job there, young man. No points there. Back comes the Eagle offense. Brooks throwing over the middle to Carlos Pascarangri. Does a good job of getting some good yards, 25. And then Travis Ray gets the handoff from Chaston Brooks. That's 11 yards right there. More Travis Ray, this time 20 yards. You know, you keep feeding your guy, kind of Dallas Cowboy DeMarco Murray-ish, and then it's going to go back to Mr. Ray. That is good for 18 yards. Tatum starting to pull it together a little bit in district play, 46-6, your final score. Dickie Meeks and Company, Pittsburgh at Liberty Allo tonight, hoping to get to 2-1 in district play. Billy Kimball completes it to Justin Zapita. Good job there in the second quarter action. Then this time, Aramis Johnson gets it from his quarterback, but that is picked off. Good job by the Liberty Allo Leopards playing some defense right there. And that would be big, because when the defense sparks your team like this, it only helps the offense get better and better, because Kamon Freeman would break loose right here after that pick six, and he is gone. Took a couple of punches, but he is gone. I promise you he scored right there. 28-20, Liberty Allo over Pittsburgh. Let's now go live to the Tyler Paper headquarters, where Trevor Pill joined, just like he does every single Friday night. Trevor, lots of good stuff. Week 8 here. Of course, I got to give a shout out to TK Gorman and Brookhill. They were tweeting like crazy. What do you have for us for Week 8 tonight?
Well, like you said, it was a great week, but a lot of people on social media were kind of slow. It seems like that East Texas football was really exciting this week. They happened to stay off their phones, but I found a couple things. Now, my alma mater is Maybank. Now, they got it handed to them tonight, 70-7 against Athens. The most exciting thing on that field tonight for Maybank happened to be their marching band, which is part of the Friday night action, who received all ones at UIL this week. A lot of people were on Twitter more excited to see them on the field than they were the Maybank football team. Now, also, it looked about 8 people showed up in Mount Pleasant for the Pine Pirates to support them. Now, Pine Tree has a big win sticker on the back of their helmets, and tonight they got their first win. Both of them were winless, so their fans were fairly happy, and a lot of them were very shocked to see that Pine Tree actually pulled out a win. And then over Grace Community Cougars pulled out another win tonight. Past 2 games, over 55 points to both teams. But Chandler Nutt's mom sent me a photo of these fatheads, 6 different players. She said they have had those. They've been good luck for the team. And obviously we could see that tonight as they had another huge victory. You're now 3-1 in the division. And then, Eric, I heard you mention about Jacksonville coaches went into 12.5-hour game.
All right, we're losing Trevor right there, a little microphone issue, but thank you from the former Maybank football star. Real quick, got some scores here. Bullard trying to get a victory tonight. They do 28-7. Athens 77 over Maybank. Van looking to keep that win total going. They do 37-6. Wills Point falls to Coffin 42-41. Henderson, Brownsboro, all Lions. And then you got Melissa 61-60. Are you kidding me? Spring Hill, they fall to Pleasant Grove, and Rusk 47-13. Break time right now. We'll be right back with some 3A and 2A action. All right, this one never gets old. Troop and ARP. They told me to go with that camera, but that's how it goes sometimes on Fridays. One of the oldest and feistiest rivalries. Here we go. Troop, ARP, Bill Harrington, Tiger Stadium. Let's get to the highlights in this one early on. Callan Eastman is going to get it going for, guess what? Troop on the ground. Here he goes up top, but he's picked off. No, he's not. They haul it in. Great play by the Tigers, 34 yards. That is Mr. Landon Brown. I know his dad's happy about that one this time. Eastman gives it to Marquise Davis. Fumble recovered, though, by ARP's Tyrone Hunt. What bad luck right there. Case Medlock now is going to get it going as he hands it off to Marcellus Johnson for 10 yards. And then Medlock on the keeper. Here we go. This is like a bullet coming out of a gun. Look at this cat run. That is a touchdown. And in the rivalry, who gets the victory? ARP 38-21. What a catch there by Landon Brown, though. Same district, different game. Winona hosting top-notch Waskom tonight. Tyrage Johnson early on in this one. You just can't turn it over when you're going to play the Waskom Wildcats here. That's going to be a big turnover there. Recovered by Waskom right there. And then here we go. Benton to get Johnson sacked hard by Reason, and now there it is right there. Wow, bring in the wood right there. Dylan Harkrider going to get it going for the runs there, but just not happening as he hands up to Adam for the touchdown here coming up in this one early on as Waskom, there it is. They're so fast. Doesn't get the touchdown right there, but they would eventually score, and Waskom gets this one. Final score 57-6. Let's get to some scores for you now across East Texas. White Oak 49-7. Big win. Mineola to Harmony tonight. Got the W. Frankston 30-14 over New Diana. Elysian Fields over West Russ 42-14. Teague 63-19 over Westwood. Malakoff, boy, they're rolling. 49-13 your final. A couple more. Grand Saline falls to Alba Golden Big 60-13. Edgewood 44-22 is your final in that one. Over at Carlisle tonight, Arrowhead Stadium, monster showdown. Alto in town taking on the Jello Jackets, averaging about 50 points per game and allowing only 16. Let's see if Carlisle can make it good early on. You got Colin Gray warming up, expecting to have a big night. And here comes Colin. Attempts to pass to Bryce McCowan. We got up some pass interference right there. That's right. Throw that flag. So anyway, Bryce McCowan gets the penalty on the interference. Then Angel Garcia, 30-yard field goal. 33-17, Alto. And then Kenneth Johnson's going to pass it to Leroy Lewis. That's good for 18 yards. And then we're going to give it to Jared Shaw. That's why Alto is so good. Weapons all over the place. That would make it 40-17. Colin Gray trying to get it going for Carlisle. He's going to go up top to Bryce McCowan. Show it real quick. This was a great catch. There it is. Final score, Alto gets it done. Big Sandy lost to Ore City last night, 28-21. Union Grove, of course, playing very well, 52-28. Final break. Right now, we've got the play of the night and one more special story for you coming up. Holy cow, 79-79, Knack in Jacksonville now in the fifth overtime. We'll keep you updated on etfinalscore.com. Heisman runner-up Jim Swink on hand at Russ tonight. They named the field after him. Congratulations to Mr. Swink. Play of the night goes to Mr. Seth Brazier. He was outstanding. We'll see you next Friday.